Power couple, Savannah and Wes Watts, founders of Tiny Watts. New to Central Oregon, they specialize in premium plug-and-play electrical power centers and solar kits for the adventure vehicle market. In the last 5 years, Tiny Watts has designed and built high-powered electrical systems and walkable solar roof deck kits. Backed by an electrical engineering degree and ABYC marine electrical certification, Tiny Watts focuses on quality and reliability to give you off-grid solar freedom anywhere you go. Anywhere, Wes and Savannah, anywhere, come on up, tell us more. I need the scoop. Either one.
Is it on? Is it on?
Hello. Oh. It's on.
Okay, use this one, Wes.
Okay, I'm coming.
He's got the big book.
Hello. So red is my natural color. I'm not blushing right now. I'm not embarrassed at all. I'm just sunburnt. So thank you all for being here. Gotta get used to this. Yeah, thanks for the lovely introduction. We're the power couple. My name is Wes Watts.
And I'm Savannah Watts, and we are the founders of Tiny Watts.
So Tiny Watts is a electrical company, and we build off-grid solar kits for the van conversion market, mostly. However, this time last year, we were testing one of our kits for a marine application in one of the most remote parts of the world, the middle of the ocean, literally 1,000 miles from any land. And we're gonna tell you a little bit about how we got there and what we're doing here in Central Oregon.
Yeah, so it all started 5 years ago. Wes and I were both going to school, and Wes was getting his electrical engineering degree, and I was getting tired of paying rent. So I had the idea of selling all of our stuff and moving into a van.
And I love my wife. It was her idea. She actually grew up on a sailboat, so was a little biased to small, unusual alternative living.
Yep.
However, it was her idea. And that being said, I was going to school, getting my electrical engineering degree with a focus on renewable energy. And so, of course, we had a passion for solar and had to put solar panels on our van that we were moving into, and found that there was really a lack of information online, and more importantly, some really sketchy stuff that we were seeing. So even with the little bit of knowledge we had, we knew that, what we were seeing was bad.
Yeah, so we went to Tiny House Conference in Portland, and there was probably 10 plus tiny homes just running off gas loud generators. And Wes and I were literally the only ones with off-grid solar power. And we looked at each other and we said, this is not right. We need to figure something out. We need to help these people.
Yeah, so that kind of furthermore showed us that there was more people with this need than just us, than an entire industry was missing the point. And so we really felt like we could help, and we wanted to start a company with the goal to make it easier, simpler, and more importantly, safer for people to go off-grid and adventure.
Yeah, so we took that big next step and quit our corporate jobs. We had the full send attitude, had a one paycheck, bootstrapped Tiny Watts, posted on Instagram, and we're like, okay, this is what we do, this is who we are, hit us up. And we got our first project, and basically the rest is history.
Yeah, head of marketing over here, Savannah, posted that Instagram, and we stayed alive. So we got a project in a driveway. We drop shipped components to the client's house, and we did the full electrical overhaul. Why does that happen? I don't know. What did I do? Last name's Watts, so there's a lot of electrical
there's a lot of
things
electrical
happening
stuff going on here.
But anyways, that turned into like 2 years of immersed R&D. We were living in our van with one of our very own systems, testing it, using it, understanding its limitations, and going around doing custom project after custom project. Every time iterating, making improvements, and we found that that demand was increasing, and we really needed to develop something that was scalable. And so we wanted to make power systems where we do all the hard stuff for you. Shipping components to people with a wiring diagram, just gets lost. So we'll put all the stuff together, we'll do all the hard things, we'll size the wire, we'll do the circuit breakers, and now we have a DIY. Whoa.
To live.
So we make DIY-friendly, plug-and-play, turnkey power solutions.
So you got to have solar to have power centers, right? So Wes and I, we created a solar storage roof box because, as you can imagine, there's not a lot of storage in a van, right? And so all these people have these storage roof boxes on the roof, but there's no room for solar. So we came up with the idea of designing a 500-watt solar panel integrated into a storage box that we built ourselves. Carbon fiber, fiberglass, you name it, super custom, no one has it. You get storage and you get solar. It's kind of a win-win.
They say that necessity is the mother of invention. My surfboards in Savannah's shower was not
in my
cutting it.
bathroom.
So we had to put those up on the roof, and we needed to maintain solar. So yeah, like Savannah said, we have roof products, we have solar kits, and we have power systems. And I think furthermore, to kind of explain the size of these systems, these are high-powered systems. We're running air conditioning. We're running all modern-day appliances, induction cooktops, toaster ovens, Vitamix blenders. We've done a food truck. We did a mobile video production unit that's filming Netflix documentaries in the middle of nowhere because they don't have to run a generator. So these are high-powered systems.
Yeah, we basically built and designed these systems to take you wherever you want and have the comforts of home when you get there. I mean, ladies, you can power your hair dryer. What? Ice cold beers, you can blend your margaritas. I mean, we built these systems to have solar freedom.
Yep, and a few other things that set us apart from the competition, because we're not the only ones building power kits for vans, but I think above all else is our credential. As you mentioned, electrical engineering degree, but really this industry was the Wild West. There was no rules. There was no electrical code like there is in your home to follow. So we went to the highest standard, which is the marine standard for electrical systems because of the harsh environment. And we build all of our systems to the ABYC marine spec, which is what the military uses. I'm ABYC certified. Our lead technician is ABYC certified. But that's just the paperwork, right? Our stuff's quality. We don't cut corners. We use all the top-notch components, all the touchscreens, all the internet connectivity, the nicest components that allow us to give you the most reliable, high-end electrical system to take wherever you want to go.
So you're probably wondering how we ended up in the middle of the ocean, kind of going back in time, but you're probably wondering how we ended up in the middle of the ocean and why we are here tonight.
So pre-pandemic, 2019, we were in Portland building power systems for vans. We had one employee. My mom was kind of side hustle, our CFO, accountant on the weekends, helping us keep our books in line. And we were shipping power systems out to DIY projects. We had an opportunity to test one of our systems in a marine application to support 6 people over 2 of the largest ocean crossings. We're talking like 20 days at sea. So we went from Mexico to Hawaii, Hawaii to Fiji, and we really pride ourselves that we've lived this, right? We lived in the van for 4.5 years. We wanted to take our systems where truly our lives depended on them working. So we can stand behind our product, and we went on this sailing trip. Remote work, pandemic, we all worked remotely. We took that to the extreme, and we ran our business from satellite email and Fiji internet, which is actually quite good and more affordable than it is here.
No joke.
We were able to grow our company in 2020, and then we had a record year 2021. We actually revenued our first 1.3 million in a single calendar year from the other side of the world, relaying emails to my mom, who was here, and our one employee building kits. So that was really exciting, but it was also very eye-opening, and furthermore, proof of concept. We have something here. We've been in business for 5 years.
We've survived.
Start crying. What's happening?
Our marriage is still alive.
We're still together. And we really just kind of looked at each other and said, let's go put our head down. Let's chase this thing. Let's grow this thing. We went back to Portland, and an opportunity came up through one of our fabricators who actually builds our roof box. Some of you may know Composite Approach, local company in Redmond. And they said, hey, we're moving into this new building with this other local company, Cube Series, and there's room for you guys to like rent half of this size room. And so that opportunity came up. And
yeah, so we moved into the shop in Redmond, whoop whoop, with Cube Series, also a local company here, super cool, great people, Composite Approach, like Wet said. But this year we've been just really focusing on marketing, running Google ads, Facebook ads, stuff like that. We're also going to be at the Hood River Adventure Van Expo tomorrow and over the weekend. So if you guys are around, come check us out. Talk Solar. And also the Overland Expo in July 8th through the 10th. So, yep. In Redmond. So come check us out.
So last little bits of business numbers. So that 1.3 was, 2.5 to 3 power systems a month. Like, we just scratched the surface. The van conversion industry is a $2 billion industry. We built 3 kits a month. Our guy can build 2 a week, right? So we could 3x our business without changing our revenue or our overhead. And that's kind of our goal. Double down on marketing. My mom's an official employee now. Savannah's an employee. And we have our one technician.
It's a family business.
Yeah. We're Tiny Watts.
Yeah.
But we're going big. So, anyways, yeah. That's it.
Thank you.
Is this on? Amazing pitch, you guys. Let's scooch just a tiny bit that way. Well done, well done. I just want to verify one thing. You said you can power a Vitamix. Is that real?
Oh yeah. You want to make margaritas later? Let's do it.
Wow. This is huge, you guys. Also, the van conversion industry. Love that phrase. Didn't see it coming, but here it is.
Yes.
$2 billion industry. No big deal. So we're gonna turn over to the crowd for questions. Anybody have questions for these guys? Yes.
So, starting a business with your spouse, what has been the hardest thing?
What has been the hardest thing about starting a business with your spouse, and how do you keep that a priority? And I'm assuming he means staying married.
Yeah. Well, we started it, she was just my girlfriend, and then she was my fiance, and now we're married. So I think we might have different answers to this question, but I would say
Probably.
my wife is like really, really rad. Yeah. She's a good one. So that helps. But honestly, I would say the biggest challenge is probably turning it off. When it's your baby and you get an email at 11:30 at night and you want to like talk strategic strategies, and babe might just want to watch a movie, and you're like, well, wait,
Yes.
we got a plan for business growth. But I think turning it off would be hard.
Turning it hard. Turning it on, turning it off. When you're
Yeah.
Mrs. and Mrs. Watts, Mr. and Mrs. Watts, that is some tricky business right there. Deanne. How much does it cost, and do you have an ask?
Yeah, so our systems range from probably around 17 upwards of 30,000, depending on how long you want to run your air conditioner. So you tell me. And but it's like the best time to go solar than it's ever been. There's a 26% tax credit off the entire cost of that system because your van is your second residence and you're going green. And so that can drastically reduce that net investment. And states like California are banning gas generators in 2024. So we're kind of looking ahead at where this industry is going. People want to go camping where other people aren't, and they want to enjoy the peace and quiet nature has to offer.
Yeah, and to finish that, we are asking for strategic partnerships. Hi, I can't really see you guys down there. Strategic partnerships and more business to business with van companies, van outfitters.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're in Bend, Oregon. There's a whole lot of ADUs.
Would you put one of these on an ADU?
So yes and no. The challenge there is like we're all off-grid, right? When you start getting into residences, there's building codes, there's permits, there's county stuff. We like off-grid on wheels. It's the Wild West. You can do, that's kind of our niche. We stay off-grid, battery-based, so no grid connectivity, and ADUs kind of fall into that category. But you should call Elemental Energy, which is our friend's company, and they'll help you out.
They do residential and commercial.
Or write to your senator. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes.
Have you tested your systems in the harsh conditions of the Midwest?
Have you tested?
Yeah.
Have you
we prefer
tested your
to.
systems in the harsh conditions of the Midwest?
I like to test where the waves are good and the sun is shining. So yeah, we prefer like Fiji, Mexico, diving. Yeah. So
But
no,
yes, we have tested up in the mountains where there's no sun and our solar panels are covered in snow.
Green
Yes.
smoothies all around.
Yes. It had its ups and downs. Yes.
But who wants to drink margaritas when it's a blizzard outside? I mean, you're...
Definitely me.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more question. Yes.
What position are you in the marketplace? You mentioned there's a big marketplace for this. Where does your product fit in the marketplace?
Where do you fit in the
That's a good
marketplace?
one.
Where do you position yourselves in the marketplace? A big space.
In terms of like market share or cost? I would say we're on the higher end, but at the same time, we offer a lot more. So our systems are bigger than a lot of the competition. So these are people that have either sold their home or are really building out a 4-season vehicle to take their families camping, and they don't want the lights to flicker, right? They want it to work. So I'd say we're at the higher end, but.
I mean, the overland market is a $2 billion market right now. It is just completely blown up, and cabinets are going for 20 grand right now. Wall panel kits 15 grand. I mean, it's off the charts. There's a lot of money into vans in the overland market. It's crazy.
Hopefully that answered your question, John.
Yeah, hopefully
Okay.
that answered it.
My last question is, are you sick of people making jokes about your name being Watts?
I'm all about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Great.
Yeah.
We soak it up.
We're the power couple. Last name's Watts.
I think you got
Yeah.
I think you got to
Yeah.
embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually your name. You didn't like change your name after
100%.
you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born. Yep.
Okay. Well, this is amazing. I think we could ask you a whole lot more questions, and
Yeah.
I hope you'll come back and check in with us. And yes.
I'll just add, we actually do have one of our electrical systems here. We have our van. It's a little dirty, but we'll open it up and show you one
We've
of our
been using
projects
it.
that we're getting ready to ship to a client. So if anyone wants to see what we build, we have one here. And if anyone has a van, come talk to us. We do a
Wow.
little
Wow, that is
5%
something you will
off
never
for the
hear me
locals.
say.
Yeah.
Based here now?
Yeah, we're in Redmond.
based
We're
in
in
Central
Redmond.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Mhm. You will never, ever hear me say, if anyone has a van, come talk to me.
Come
That's just
talk to
not-
us about solar.
It's just not going to happen.
good.
But for you guys,
You're
it's a
so
totally different thing. So
Yes.
yeah, I get
It
it.
is.
Really well done. Lovely
you.
pitch. And
Thank
I'm so
you.
excited
Thank you,
for
everybody.
guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome job.
The number of times I've told y'all to go, it's okay, I numbered the pages. It's astounding the number of times I have invited the EDCO PubTalk, yeah, you can throw them. The number of times I've invited the EDCO PubTalk audience to go check out someone's van in the back. It's getting really, it's fine. No, you know what? We're evolving. This is evolution. That's what this is. Okay. Savannah and Wes, really well done. How about another round of applause for my friends?